We just finished our first 24 hours of rowing, and we learned a lot of new things, like George does in fact get seasick. So, it's day 12 on board. Things are going pretty well. It's New Year's Eve, so that's exciting. I think the worst thing for me anyway is my hands are very stiff. It's really the fingers, they're like claw hands. Like they said, it really hurts to straighten them. They're fine once I start rowing, but then when I wake up from sleeping and try to open them, they're really painful. But besides that, we're fine. Not really any blisters or anything like that. We have 81 miles to go until we've gone 500 miles, so it'll be something to celebrate. I have a very embarrassing story that I promised I would tell on my video entry, so I have to. The other day when I got done rowing, I was very, very hungry, but I was too lazy to boil water, so I went full-on snack monster and ate like a madman through our snack bag. And proceeded to pass out on a full belly and had quite a lovely snooze. And when I woke up, realized, sat up, was kind of getting ready to get dressed and start rowing, and felt something weird in my stomach. And I looked down and there was a fruit snack stuck in my belly button. So that was a low point for me so far on this journey. Here's my first evidence of George singing. Spirit in the sky. Very exciting. We just reached 1,500 miles to the finish. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to surprise George, and I think he's going to be very excited and freak out. So get ready. Hey George! He's singing Backstreet Boys right now. Hey George! Hey! Guess what?
Yes.
We're at 1,500 miles.
Whoa.
I just got done rowing. There's no good place to put this camera. It's really hard to hold. And this little fish, flying fish, was unfortunately met his end on our deck, and I did not see him in time to save him. I've thrown a couple back into the water that have been flopping on the deck, but since this one is gone already, I will show you that they actually do have wings. This is a really small one. You can see, let's see, that's a good light. So there he is. They actually have wings, and they're really cute little fish. They're a very pretty blue color. Normally, this one's getting a little weird because he's been kind of baking in the sun for the last few hours of my shift. Also, can you hear that George is again singing? Show me the fish. This is what your hands look like after you row all night in the rain. Dead man hands. Hello everyone. It is Thursday, March 4th. or not March 4th, that'd be terrible. It's February 4th. And it is 5:17 in the morning, although it's more like 3, I think, 2 in the morning. Really, but by our clocks it's 5. And I am enjoying a Pop-Tart before I go to sleep. But we have had a terrible last few days. Rowing has been really, really tough. Basically since the last week in January. It's just like we lost all the good currents, and then we started getting pushed north, and then we started getting pushed south, and we just could not win no matter how we rode. And gradually we went from getting 8 to 9 miles per 3-hour shift to 7 to 6 to 5, and then one day I got 4, and I just couldn't believe it. And now the incredibly sad thing is that we are finally not losing ground, and we are rejoicing in the fact that we are getting 2 miles in 3 hours, which is just depressing. But at least we are moving, and we are almost to 550 miles to go, which is encouraging. Tonight we are getting absolutely destroyed by rain. I just came in from my second shift of getting completely dumped on. I couldn't even see the compass on our boat. It was raining so hard, which is probably about 2.5 to 3 feet in front of me. I've never been rained that hard on in my life ever, and it's pretty crazy. But we're doing well, and we're supposedly supposed to be getting really good wind on Friday. So we only have to endure one more day of bad rowing, and we will get there. It's also, we know we're close to the finish because we've been seeing a cargo ship every night. So we are definitely in the shipping lanes and close to land. So we will get there eventually. It is day 50 of our rowing adventure, which seems absolutely ridiculous that we have been on this boat for 50 days. It doesn't seem real, but several exciting things are happening. This morning I had a strawberry Pop-Tart in my snack pack for breakfast, which I think was the highlight of my morning shift. Also, we are averaging a solid 8 to 8.5 miles per shift, which puts us at about 64 miles per day, which is a solid pace, definitely compared to what we were rowing before. And what else? Oh, the sun came out this morning. This is the first morning in about, I want to say a week and a half I've actually seen the sunrise, not behind clouds. That's also exciting. The cabin walls are finally drying a little bit after being so humid in here from the rain. It was a little bit ridiculous. We're getting very excited. Our families leave for Antigua on Tuesday in 2 days, and they will be there to greet us when we arrive. We're feeling pretty antsy, I think, just because we're under 400 miles now, and it just seems so close, but yet so far. But we're getting there slowly but surely, and definitely hoping that the wind keeps up and we don't have any more rowing like last week. That was really, really tough. Basically we rowed for 24 hours and lost a mile, so it was very demoralizing and hard on our bodies as well, because the water was so heavy and we were pulling so hard just to even stay in place. Yeah, that was definitely a challenge and a test of our mental toughness more than physical, for sure. It was very mentally challenging, but we prevailed, and we are now moving along, and we should be under a week to go of rowing, which is amazing. I'm very excited. both of our friends, Shane and Theo, Team Pesco, and Freddie and Jack of Atlantic Castaways have arrived already in Antigua, which is bittersweet because though we are very happy that they are finished and not on rowing anymore, we are a little bit sad that we are far behind and probably will not get to see them before they head back to the UK. But we'll definitely have to plan a trip over there to visit. So, I am currently contemplating a nap / contemplating cleaning, but I'm sure the nap will win out as it usually to help us a little. I put some pictures up in the cabin. Here we have Bo, the best dog ever. We miss you very dearly. We have my brother John in a chair of snow to remind us that there are, in fact, cool places in the world still. We have a real big red Nebraska crew one to remind us to row hard. Of course, we have the Eye of the Tiger Oakley. I've got my sisters and John. I miss them very, very much. We've got John being a badass with taekwondo, just to stay focused. We've got one of the Nebraska boats, and one of my favorites is little baby Cleo. She's so cute. Welcome to How to Stay Cool in a Rowboat Cabin, class number 1. First, here's what you need. Boiling hot rowing cabin. Check. 2. Some form of cloth t-shirt that is damp with cold water. 3. Makeshift fan, aka papers. Step 1. Lay said cloth in desired position. I prefer the forehead because it seems to do the best. Maybe on the ears, sometimes a little bit on the neck. And, it's really up to you. Step 2. Take fan. Commence fanning. That's all there is to it. But it doesn't really work that well. And no one really wants to fan themselves for 3 hours, but it's at least a little relief from the boiling hot cabin. It's usually not too bad. It hasn't been that bad. The beginning was bad, and then when we hit the patches with no wind, it was terrible. It's been better for the last probably 3 weeks, but today it's really calm and no clouds. It's hot, very, very hot. We're about 4 days out. 4 days when we get off this boat. It's amazing. I'm so excited to see my family, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna be great. It's all downhill now, and I think it's all downhill from here. Isn't it? It's halfway, and then it's all downhill from there.